I went a little dark on my last mani, so I decided to use some fun colors for this one. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back. I'm Jeannie, and in today's video I decided to pull out these fun colors to use. So I've got Jellyfish from Glam Co, which is a fun bright orange that glows, and I've also got tie-dye from Ritzy Dips. I've had these for a while and I don't think I've used them yet, so it's about time because wait till you see. I feel like Jellyfish matches perfectly with tie-dye because tie-dye has those orange hex glitters in there, and I really love the way this mani turned out. I'll be doing a little bit of an ombre as well, so I'm going to do a solid tip ombre using Jellyfish. So I'm going to be using this ombre brush that I also got from Glam Co. Before I start, I want to make sure I give Jellyfish a really good stir because it is a glow and glow pigments are heavier and they could settle to the bottom. So I want to make sure I'm stirring it to reincorporate the glow pigments because I want the maximum amount of glow, and wait till you see this glow. I'll be using Glam Co's Crystal Glass for the ombre, and typically I always use her pink glass, but you can see here on my nails I have a sheer pink builder gel overlay, so I don't want to add pink on top of my already pink, which is why I'm going to use Crystal Glass. So for my ombre, I'm going to apply a thin, even layer of dip base to my entire nail, and I am using the Glam Co dip liquids. I find that they've got a really great dry time, so it's not super fast, it's not really slow either. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my ombre brush into the Jellyfish powder, and I'm going to point my nail upwards so that the powders are falling towards my cuticle line to kind of give that natural faded look. So I'm just turning my nail from side to side to make sure I capture my entire nail, and I'm going to keep doing that until I've got enough coverage of what I want. I'm going to tap down the excess powder, and then I'm going to pour over the clear to absorb the rest of the dip base. I like to press in the clear a little bit just to make sure it's fully absorbed into the base, but you really don't need to do it. And then of course I will clean up around my cuticle area just to make sure I didn't get any flooding or any product on my skin. So it's really that simple. Obviously with an ombre you have to move a little bit quicker, but I find with the Glam Co dip base it does give me enough time where I'm not feeling too rushed. So the same thing's going to happen on my middle finger. So I'm going to apply a full even layer of dip base to my entire nail, and then once I've got that fully coated, I'm going to dip my ombre brush into the powder. I'm going to point my finger a little upwards, and then I'm going to start tapping that powder onto my nail. And so I'm going to tap the most amount at my free edge. And then as I get closer to like the center of my nail, I want to tap less powder, and I want more of just the excess powder to kind of fall there so it's a natural faded look. And then I'm going to tap off the excess powder and then pour over my clear. Before I go in with my clear, I want to make sure to give my nails a good scrub with a stiff scrub brush. Anytime I'm using a clear or a really sheer color, I always use a stiff scrub brush rather than a regular duster brush, just to get off any of the excess powder to avoid any graininess or cloudiness. So I'm just going to use my duster brush for my pinky because that's a full nail, so it's not as concerning. So for my second layer, it's going to be my same process. So I'm going to apply a thin, even layer of dip base to my entire nail. I'm going to really concentrate first on the clear part of my nail just in case any of the orange pigments transfer onto my dip base brush, which it didn't, but you never know. So I always want to make sure I'm doing my clear part first and then moving on to the orange part, because I don't want to contaminate my clear with any of the orange. And then I dipped my ombre brush into the powder, and then I'm tapping on the powder to my nail, gently turning my nail just to make sure I get my sidewalls as well. And I'm kind of doing the same area that I did my first layer, and I just want to make sure I get a fade on that powder, that it's not too much of like a stark line of where the powder meets the clear. And then I'm going to tap downwards the excess powder and then pour over the clear to absorb the rest of the dip base. I thought my fade transition could have been a little more subtle, so I'm going to incorporate some scrub ombre in it. So I'm taking this stiffer ombre brush. This is actually an eyeshadow brush from Wet n Wild. So I'm dipping it into my pigment and around like the center of my nail where I want to fade the transition a little bit more. I'm just scrubbing in some of that pigment, and that way you get like more of a subtle transition from your color to your clear. It's a little bit harder for this type of ombre because Jellyfish is such a bright color. So anytime you're using like highly contrasting colors, whether it's light to dark, bright to light, you know, anything really contrasting, it becomes a little bit harder for that transition. So I find this is a good way to kind of fade it a little bit more, is to just do a little bit of a scrub ombre at the end. I went ahead and capped my solid nails in clear and activated off camera. So now I'm going to move on to tie-dye, which is my chunky glitter. This is such a fun glitter. I just love the colors in here. So I'm only going to show you one layer of my chunky glitter application just because it's so pretty. I want you to at least see a little bit of it. But if you want to see a more in-depth tutorial on how I apply chunky glitters, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you have your notifications on, because I do have one filmed and it will be uploading soon. went ahead and filed and buffed off camera. So here's how we're looking. How fun is this combo? I love the way Jellyfish matches the orange glitters in tie-dye. I'm so glad I did this combo. So now we're going to get into dip top coat. So I'm going to apply one final layer of activator to all my nails. I'm going to wait 2 minutes and then I will get into my dip top coat. As always, I'm going to finish off my mani by rehydrating my cuticles. So I'm using scales of a Mermaid cuticle oil in the scent What's the Scoop. I think this is like the perfect summer scent and I love it. I actually love it so much I had a roller bottle of it, polished it off, so I decided I needed the 1 ounce dropper bottle because it's just such a great scent. And I think it actually matches my mani really well also. And here we are with the finished look. What do you think? Doesn't this just scream fun summer mani? I think I'm ready to transition into like the bright colors, the glow in the darks, anything summer related. I don't really like summer weather because I don't enjoy the heat, but I love the summer manis. And check out this glow of Jellyfish. It glows such a bright, bright orange. Ignore the glow blue because I actually do have a clear blue glow builder gel underneath my mani, so that's where you see the blue, but you see the Jellyfish at the tips and on my full pinky. That's the true glow of Jellyfish, is that bright orange color. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.